Celebrating a uniquely American voice.
Hey, mambo, mambo Italiano, go, go, go. You mixed up
From ABC News World Headquarters in New York, this is World News Tonight, Sunday.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Carol Simpson. Federal authorities today charged an Arizona man with starting one of two wildfires that have become the largest blaze in the state's history. The 29-year-old suspect works part-time for the Bureau of Indian Affairs as a firefighter. His arrest comes as the massive fire continues to years old. And she is remembered as one of America's premier voices, a first-ranked popular singer for more than half a century. Rosemary Clooney died at home in Beverly Hills last night of complications from lung cancer. Rosemary Clooney lived the American myth and the American reality. She was the girl next door from Maysville, Kentucky, who made it big in New York and Hollywood. But she also endured drug addiction and divorce.
Girl next door. Girl next door. Trouble is, I was, and probably still am, you know. But then it happened to the girl next door, too.
Clooney was 16 when she began her career as a duo act with her sister Betty. Betty went back to Kentucky.
Come on to my house, I'm gonna give.
Rosemary went to New York.
Come on to my house,
Her first big hit, Come On to My House, in 1951.
Mr. Bones, Mr. Bones.
She made 5 movies, including the classic White Christmas with Bing Crosby and Danny Kaye. On television with husband Jose Ferrer, everyone looked happy. They had 5 children in 5 years. But off-screen, there were affairs and finally divorce.
Rosemary Clooney.
Clooney was there when Robert F. Kennedy was killed.
I heard pops, and a woman came out screaming, and I just lost it.
Already addicted to pills, she said the assassination triggered a nervous breakdown. She quit the business and went home to Kentucky. Her comeback began in the 70s, a road tour with Bing Crosby, then cabarets, and even a recurring part on ER with nephew George.
Kid, you're good looking, but you don't know it's good.
I can recall the first time I heard her sing back in the 1950s. The voice just knocked me out. It was so clear and so true.
I was a wife and a mother and a lot of things, but the thing that was constant is that I'm a singer. And I could always get that together. I could do that.
Today on Hollywood Boulevard, flowers for the girl next door.
That's nice.
I loved her voice, too. Rosemary Clooney was 74 years old. And we'll be right back.
Frank Sinatra called her a symbol of modern American music. Her life was a story of fame, then addiction, heartbreak, but finally the stature as one of the greats. NBC's George Lewis tonight, remembering Rosemary Clooney.
It's my favorite Gershwin lyric. They're writing songs of love, but not for me.
Whether it was a tune by Gershwin,
We'll have Manhattan,
or Rodgers and Hart,
I'm dreaming of.
or Irving Berlin, Rosemary Clooney knew how to bring out the best in a song.
I won't go to Harlem in ermine and pearls, and I don't dish the dirt. I have a way of paying attention to the words.
But it wasn't one of the great old standards that gave Rosemary Clooney her first big hit. It was this.
Come on to my house, I'm
A silly novelty number called Come On to My House that she absolutely hated. Born in Maysville, Kentucky, Rosemary Clooney started singing on the radio at age 17. By age 25, she was working in movies, including this one, Deep in My Heart, with her first husband, actor Jose Ferrer. Her marriage to Ferrer produced 5 children, but was a stormy relationship. They broke up twice, finally divorcing in 1967. The late 60s were rough times for Rosemary Clooney. Abuse of pills and alcohol led to a nervous breakdown.
I ended up in a psychiatric hospital in 1968.
It was Bing Crosby who helped her make a comeback in 1975, inviting her to join him on the concert stage. Her best remembered movie role was opposite Crosby in the classic White Christmas. Another actor in that movie was Johnny Grant.
Bob, come on, it's 8:30. Oh.
Today, Grant, who now heads the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, laid flowers at Clooney's star on Hollywood's Walk of Fame.
The world has lost one of its most endearing performers, and Hollywood has lost a symbol of goodness.
Rosemary Clooney was the aunt of actor George Clooney. Here they kidded each other on the Today Show.
I'm not related to her.
I never saw him before in my life.
Rosemary Clooney was once asked how she wanted people to remember her.
I hope they associate the good times in their lives with the music that I've done. You think of a song, and it reminds you of the things that you were doing. It's music is the one thing that's in the fabric of your life.
Love.
And her life made a lasting impact on the American popular song.
The evening breeze caress the trees tender.
George Lewis, NBC News, Los Angeles.
The trembling trees.
And that is NBC Nightly News for this Sunday. Thanks for watching. A reminder, Dateline.
And singer Rosemary Clooney died at her Beverly Hills home of lung cancer last night at the age of 74. Charles Osgood looks back at her long and sometimes difficult career.
Hey there, you with the stars in your eyes.
Rosemary Clooney was born in northern Kentucky and moved to Cincinnati when she was 13.
Sooner or later you're gonna be coming around. I'll betcha.
At 19, Columbia Records offered her a solo record contract in New York City. The legendary Mitch Miller was her boss at Columbia Records. He wanted Clooney to record a song called Come On to My House, which I understand you didn't want to do.
No. Well, it was the dumbest song, you know. You could just forget all the words and just say, "Come on to my house, come on to my house, come on." I'm going to give it you. Say whatever you want to say.
Come on to my house, I'm gonna give you candy. Come on to my house, I'm gonna give you apple, a plum, and apricot too.
Come On to My House made her a star.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
Hollywood soon took notice. When the film White Christmas was being cast, Bing Crosby wrote a note to a producer at Paramount Pictures saying, "How about a dame called Rosemary Clooney? Sings a good song and is purportedly personable."
And you'll fall asleep counting your blessings.
In 1953, Rosemary Clooney married actor Jose Ferrer. They became a celebrity couple.
The beautiful blonde is his wife, singing star Rosemary Clooney.
She would have 5 children in 5 years.
The evening breeze
Host her own television show, appear in Las Vegas. But her life would begin to unravel. She abused sleeping pills. Her marriage to Jose Ferrer fell apart.
What'll I do when you are far away?
There was a long road back. First singing in local Holiday Inns, eventually back in Las Vegas. Television commercials also introduced her to a new generation.
Extra value is what you get when you buy Coronet. But thanks for the memory.
What do you think you learned about yourself?
I think I'm a pretty good singer. Damn good mother. Not bad wife. I argue a lot, but I'm not bad. Good cook. And I'm funny.
Awfully glad I met you. Cheerio and toodaloo. I thank you so much.
And that is tonight's CBS Evening News. Later on 60 Minutes, did former FBI Chief J.
House, I'm gonna give you candy. Come on to my house, I'm gonna give you figs and dates and grapes and cakes.
Rosemary Clooney lost her battle with lung cancer over the weekend. Tonight, our Leonard Maltin looks at her music, her movies, and her close relationship with a nephew named George.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
Her co-starring role with Bing Crosby in 1954's White Christmas is Rosemary's best-known film role. She was already a major music star with a string of top 10 hits. It all started in 1945 when she teamed up with her sister Betty.
Rosemary's career began in the big band era. She went on to feature films and her own television show in the 50s. But clearly, her favorite role in life was being a mother with 5 children and 10 grandchildren.
Being with my family, Leonard, is really one of the most fulfilling things that's happened to me in my whole life.
The birth of those children was big news in the 50s when Rosemary was married to Jose Ferrer. Their oldest son, Miguel, has followed in his father's footsteps as a respected actor. Of course, her nephew, George, has found stardom as well. George stayed with Rosemary during his early days as an actor, and he later returned the favor. In 1994, she guest starred on ER as an Alzheimer's patient with a musical gift.
Nice and easy does it.
Rosemary climbed to stardom from a humble, sometimes troubled home.
She was one of those people who proves that, you know, having kind of the right stuff as a person can really help you, you know, accomplish almost anything.
There will never be another you.
Thank you, Leonard. There will be memorial services for Rosemary both in Beverly Hills and her hometown of Maysville, Kentucky.